Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Wednesday, August 24th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather very routine through the weekend. Next week, all depends on the tropics. Everybody buzzing about the system known as Invest 99L. We'll tell you what we know, and we won't tell you what we don't know, but a lot of things to discuss. Here we go. Ridging across Alabama in the deep south, very typical of August. Storm track to the north. Some nasty storms coming through Indiana today. But around here, classic, random, widely scattered showers and storms. Got some pretty good downpours north of Birmingham. That was the radar at 225. Those fade once the sun goes down. Temperatures are around 90 in most spots. And we'll expect mostly low 90s every day through the weekend. On the watch warning map, there is a tornado watch for parts of Indiana. They've had some major damage at Kokomo, Indiana, from a tornado today. Flash flood watches for parts of Iowa and Missouri, and an excessive heat advisory for parts of West Mississippi and North Louisiana. Severe weather mainly likely for the rest of today and tonight from near Wichita over to about Indianapolis. Tomorrow, standard slight risk around Cleveland. And on day 3, which is Friday, a marginal risk for parts of South Dakota and Nebraska. Here's the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning of next week, about 1/2 inch. And understand every day we'll have these pop-up storms about, but they'll be fairly widely spaced with the ridge. So widespread rain, no. Big numbers over South Florida, and that's with our tropical system. Here's what we got. We've got 99L approaching Puerto Rico. Gaston is over in the central Atlantic. First off, we'll look at Gaston. Top wind 70 miles an hour. This will likely become a hurricane tonight. Here's the track from the Hurricane Center. They weaken this thing back to a tropical storm tomorrow and Friday because of shear, then bring it back up to hurricane strength over the weekend. And that should be recurving east of Bermuda. That's the ensemble coming off the GFS. Very good agreement. No threat to land. So what about this thing? Funny, back in the old days, people didn't even know that these waves and invests existed. But now with social media and the 24-hour news cycle, everybody knows. Hurricane Hunter got in there this morning. They found tropical storm force winds, but no closed circulation. And indeed, it looks a little disorganized there in the visible satellite view. Here's the 18Z model set. The models have shifted a little to the right. They've shifted left. They've shifted right. They're going to do the hokey pokey until we get a low-level center and better data on the environment surrounding the system. This is going to change again. But the latest guidance showing a shift to the right with a curve toward the north over Florida. Obviously, interest in Florida. We'll need to watch this carefully. Here's the new GEFS ensemble. It's shifted to the right. The mean brings it up toward West Palm Beach and Daytona, Jacksonville, then recurves it back out into the Atlantic with no threat to Alabama. We stay on the dry side if this new data verifies. And again, we stress, we don't know. Nobody knows. It's too early. We're just looking, and we show you this stuff because you know how to use it. If you watch these videos, you understand the limitations here. The intensity guidance. Most models aren't very bullish on bringing this thing up to hurricane strength, and the new deterministic runs are the same way. They pretty much show mainly just a rainmaker for Florida. So, and understand, there's a real chance this thing won't develop at all. Much ado about nothing. But again, it might. So let's go in there and take a look at the GFS first. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Big old 594 heat ring right on top of us. So just like today, hot and muggy. A few spots getting a storm in the afternoon, the high in the low 90s. Same thing Friday. For the football games, Friday night, week 2 of high school football, most of the storms should be over by 7 or 8, and they'll be widely spaced. I don't think rain will be a big problem. But again, a few stadiums might see a storm as the kickoff time nears. Same thing Saturday, same thing Sunday. It's just a broad brush forecast through the weekend. Low 90s, partly sunny, widely scattered storms each afternoon. Monday, same thing for us. And again, notice the GFS not showing any big, deep tropical system with this 99L. What you see out there, you do see a well-organized tropical system. That's Gaston. It's recurving. There's Tuesday, no change for us, and it's got a weak tropical low near Daytona Beach, and that would be 99L. So if this verifies, it will be just mainly a rainmaker for parts of the Florida Peninsula with no impact here. And this is a week from today, Wednesday the 31st, last day of meteorological summer. You see the little weakness in the ridge allowing the wave to move north. And again, for us, the sensible weather is just not changing. Partly sunny, hot, humid, maybe a storm in spots. Really, we'll be on the dry side of the system. If anything, showers become fewer in number here. And a little weak tropical low is just below Savannah, Georgia. So what does the European do with it? You know, the European, the last run we showed you had a big old hurricane coming up toward the Sabine Pass, almost over to Galveston. Well, here we go. This is Tuesday of next week off the European. Hey, we've got good agreement here. It's like the GFS. It's got a weak tropical low near Daytona Beach. And then Wednesday, it drifts it up just near Savannah. Boy, very good agreement here. Could it be? Nah, we don't know yet. But I will say the agreement in all these models certainly adds some credibility to this idea of a fairly weak system coming up the east coast of Florida, mainly producing some rain for Florida and no impact here. But understand, we just don't know yet. That could change again. We'll check the end of the forecast period. This is Saturday, September 3rd. Hey, that's the Labor Day weekend, I guess. Indeed it is. Just check my calendar here. Look at that, 594 heat ray. Things just going nowhere. If you're looking for a cool snap Labor Day weekend, if this verifies, that's not going to happen. And again, it's the same thing. In fact, that shows dry air in place here with no rain at all. Temperatures, low 90s during the day, low 70s at night, maybe 60s in here into September. But bottom line is pretty typical late summer weather for Alabama. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.